Well, hello, everybody. It is 1:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are about to start our quick start this Monday. And I'm sharing my screen now, and I am just wanting to make sure that all my technology is working properly. So if you look in the lower right-hand corner, there's a chat box. If somebody could type in there that you can see my PowerPoint screen and hear my voice, that would be great. I'll be able to proceed. And I'm typing in there. Yes, wonderful. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Christopher, for letting me know. That's important. So this is a 1-hour recorded webinar that will be posted on Remax University as well as the Remax INTEGRA YouTube channel following its completion. And I'm going to go over a lot of our tools and technology here, giving you a good overview, and then do a small demonstration on a few of the tools that I think will be most helpful here immediately after the program. You are in listen-only mode, and I am being recorded, so I'm trying to keep the background noise to a minimum. And I will keep my eye on the chat box. If it's possible for me to see questions in that notation, I'll certainly be happy to answer them. But you can also email me at mcolvin, that's MCOLVIN, at remaxintegra.com after the program, or if you have any other questions. So let's get started. I'm gonna double check. Looks like everybody's in good shape. And so welcome to the quick start. And I'd just like to say that I understand you are really getting a ton of opportunity to take webinars during this COVID-19 timeframe, where we've got different limited restrictions on all of us, no matter where we are in the country. So I just want to say thank you for attending. And I hope that you and your family are all healthy and safe and well. So here's our agenda. I'm going to go over Max Center, which is the most important platform you can get updated in our system, because it feeds our other platforms and it brings you to most of the tools we offer. I'm also going to go over the referral tile, which will show you how to send and receive referrals, because we want to supplement that income. I'm going to give you a Bouge CRM and website overview. And just to let you know, coming in September, we're going to start doing, pulling the Bouge out of the overall quick start and creating a whole separate one. So you'll have the choice of the overall quick start with most of these topics plus some more, or one specifically just on the Bouge CRM and websites. They'll be every other week. So I think it's basically once a month for each, twice a month for each. And that way it'll be more in depth on that platform. We're going to show you Remax Hustle and the marketing guide, which is a fantastic tool for all agents and brokers. We'll talk about Design Center automation, and then two of our newest tools that I think are really helpful are the new First app and the Remax 360 virtual tool. So like I said at the beginning, Max Center is where you need to start. So when you log in, you use your remax.net credentials, and you look over to the upper right-hand corner, and you should see either your picture or the Remax balloon, and that's what you want to click on in order to open this box, where you can then click on Update Profile. When you do, on the left-hand side, we'll have a box that includes several rows. As an agent or broker, you will have more than just these 5. This is a trainer account, so it doesn't have as many rows as you will have, but the process for updating this in your profile will be the same. Basically, simply click on each category and fill in the information. Double check that everything in there is correct. If it auto-populated, make sure your name is spelled correctly and that it reads the way you want it to. Let's say your name was Suzanne, but everybody always calls you Sue, and you wanted to say Sue on your website and in the referral network. Instead of leaving it your full name, you would then edit it, and there is an edit button over here on the right. I just noticed it's not pictured there, but there is an edit button in Max Center. You'll have a little pencil. You would simply click on that and change the spelling to whatever you want it to be. As you go down the list, you'll be filling in your contact info. You'll have plenty of opportunity to put in multiple phone numbers, multiple addresses, what office information, all of that. Your MLS numbers will sync for you when the office puts that in behind the scenes. And I made a special note here to make sure that your photo, it follows the high resolution direction, and that you do upload a nice recent headshot. That is going to feed into your Bouge website, so you don't want your website to pop up without your picture and just have a balloon. And it's also going to feed Max Center's referral network. So we do all know that when we're choosing somebody to do business with, if we had the choice of 6 people and 5 out of 6 have a photo and 1 doesn't, it's just a balloon, we're going to bypass that balloon. So please make sure you put in a photo that you're happy with and that is according to the size guidelines. And under the personal details, that's the note here that says be thorough with your bio. That's because in the bio section, it is going to show up as the About Me on your website. Again, it also feeds your referral description. So when people choose to work with somebody, they want to know as much about you as they possibly can. Things that are more than just general information, like I'm a licensed agent and I work in these areas. You want it to be more specific so that people can identify with you with something in common. So go ahead and let them know maybe what your demographic is, maybe what you feel most skilled at in placing people, whether it be retirees that you know all the memberships for local recreation, senior places, golf clubs, whatever the case may be, and how to get into those places. Or maybe it's a different demographic where you're very comfortable with helping families relocate because you have several children in the local school systems and sporting arenas yourself. Whatever the case may be, speak to your specialty so that you can identify and others can identify with you. So as you proceed into Max Center, you will notice over here is the home button, and the blue apps section has been clicked on and highlighted. When you get into the app section, it's going to show you all of the tiles within the collection. There'll be more than what you see here. And this is the referral button. And you can see it's very clear and easy to see. So when you're either want to check your own profile to see how it looks if someone were to click on you in anticipation of choosing someone to send you a referral, or you want to find someone to refer a client to. Perhaps somebody's moving out of state. Naturally, they're not going to take all their family and friends with them, and you want to make sure they're well cared for in the other location, even though you can't service them personally. So you're going to click into Remax Referrals, find several people in the list in that area, and probably do a little mini interview over the phone, and then decide who's the best fit. Because if your client has had great luck with you in the current property, and then you refer them to someone and they have a really good experience on that end, not only do you create that relationship for supplemental income for yourself, you're ensuring that that family or couple or individual is going to let their family and friends know what a good job you did in referring them. So you'll continue to get business from that network in your local area. Once you type in, after you click into the referral network, you'll be able to search. You could search by affiliates. I chose offices for this example, or corporate. So I typed in Orlando, Florida, and these will come up in a different order every time. There'll be several more to choose from on the list. You'll be able to scroll down. And again, they don't all populate in the same order every time because we don't want just the top 5 alphabetical offices or agents getting all of the business. So they come up randomly. And you, in this case, I thought, okay, I'm relocating someone to Florida, Orlando specifically, so I'm going to choose to look and see if this isn't a good office match. And then when it populates up, it tells me all kinds of information about it, as well as the number of agents and the owner's names, etc. And then I could see the full list. In this case, when the full list came up, I decided just to give Peggy Brock a try and read into her profile. Now, the only way her profile would come up looking like this is if she had gone in the beginning and did a good job updating her Max Center profile. And as you can see, you can almost tell what her specialty is just by her profile picture. It tells you what her licensing is, how long she's been in the business. She put in some hobbies. And if I were to scroll further down, you'd see her whole bio. And in this case, I decided, yes, she seems like a really good fit. Perhaps I spoke to her on the phone and we chatted about my client, and I decided, yes, I think we're going to be a good match. So then I go ahead and click the send referral button. That is going to allow me to fill out all of the referral information, use the drop down to determine how my referral fee is going to be processed, put in any additional information I want, make sure my client info is clear, and then I go ahead and send that referral. And that has now created the relationship and the contract between us that when that deal closes in Orlando, Florida, I will be issued a check for the referral we've agreed upon. So it's a really easy 4 or 5 click system. And again, most likely, just like you would pick the person that has a nice, thorough profile, you want to make sure yours is thoroughly filled out so that people will choose you. Now, I'm just going to give you a little bit of an overview. As you probably know by now, Bouge has been up and running since February 17th. We launched the foundation of the platform and it's been evolving ever since. And Bouge is a full CRM and website editor. We like to point out that it is optimized by the Chrome browser, and there is the Chrome for Mac version. Now you can use Safari or Firefox, they will work as well, but please do not try Internet Explorer or Internet Edge. They do not work well and you'll come up upon some errors. So again, it's not the only one, but Bouge is optimized for Chrome. So the suggestion is to go ahead and make sure that is the browser you use when you want to get into the Bouge platform. If you want to take some tutorial lessons, in addition to those that we have recorded since February, and there is a mountain of them, they are 2 hours. They're on the CRM specifically, or they're on the website specifically. Some of them are shorter versions of specific tools within the Bouge platform. And if you're in Remax University, which you do get through via Max Center, if you look down the left-hand column under technology, there is actually a Bouge title where video tutorials for all kinds of applications within the Bouge platform are available for you to take. And they're really easy, short, piece by piece, step by step videos. So if you got here by clicking on Bouge, you would see this entire library of drop downs. And every drop down would include several videos, whether it be on the overview, the CRM, the marketing portion of the CRM, the website, the mobile app, any consumer tools, even Teams. And there is actually more that have been added in addition to what you see here. When you're in Max Center and you want to enter the platform, you simply click the Bouge tile, which appears in the app section, just like these others, including Remax University. When you open the full app page, you can make Bouge a favorite, so it actually shows up on the front before you click apps. It will show up on the home page. So if you want to keep it as a favorite where you don't even have to go into the entire app page, simply click this flag that's light gray now. When you click it, it will turn dark blue. That will mean it's a favorite and it will appear here. If you want to change that from a favorite, simply click it again. It'll go back to gray and it will stay here in the app section. When you first sign in, the very first time you log into Bouge, you will go through a basic wizard, setup wizard. And most of us have already done this, but just in case, this is visually what it will look like. You'll simply accept the terms of use, click next, make sure that your information is in here and it's ready to be set up. When you check your information, you know it's right, simply hit that click complete setup. You've gone through the data migration, you've filled in the questions along through your email signature to the completion, and you followed the wizard all the way through. Just as a sample, this is something that gives you an idea of what the agent bio page looks like. Now, every agent, office, team, etc., in addition to the full functioning interactive website Bouge gives you, you also get the agent bio page, which is basically a profile page about you. After you filled in your Max Center profile, this is what will show up on the internet if someone searches for you at Remax. And then once they've seen your overview, which is why I suggest making sure it's very thorough, they have the opportunity then to click into your website, and there is a call to action to contact you. They can go to your menu, etc. And you can see the nice clean look that these bio pages offer. And here is, again, simply a sample of what a Bouge website looks like. I will show you a couple of live samples as well. So they're nice and clean, easy to read, very modern. They are also, remember that the buyer search is available on mobile and your websites are completely mobile interactive. The CRM that goes along with Bouge is also completely mobile interactive, and you can send a branded link so that anybody that chooses you as their preferred buyer's agent will be able to interact with you via the Bouge app, and everything you send and receive or everything you send to them or they seek will be branded with your information. So before I go into the marketing resource guide, I am going to show you a quick example of what these websites can look like. Here is one in particular that I like because it gives a very personal view. And this was built with the Bouge platform website editor as it exists. So you don't have to do anything special. And you can see that this is really personalized. The menu has been navigated the way she wants. And as I scroll down, her particular choice of front page was to highlight areas in which people might want to choose as their destination. And when you click here into any one of these popular locations, you're actually brought back specifically to her website with live listings and mapping. You did not get taken off her website and sent to anything random like Zillow or Realtor.com or even just the house website. You got live listings and you were brought back to hers, and that is all done through the website building process, which is taught in very specific ways on many of our lessons. Another one I'd like to show you, again, with the platform in its existing form, you can get a completely different look like you see here. This is the exact same process that built the previous example, but it's just personalized to this person's desires. And they wanted to make sure their about me, bio, and all this personal information was front and center. So that was how they chose to create their front page as the highlight. They added this video. They made sure their reviews were copied and put here. They put some social media in and a call to action as far as getting the app. And when you look at this particular menu, you can see that it's much more unique. It's not just buyer and seller options. It has really specific pages that talk about how Melbourne works, the who's of Boston real estate, home value estimates, and all these videos were put in as individual pages for clients to review. And clearly this is a person who likes to blog and gives all of these answers to all of these questions via his menu. So also added here are professionals that are recommended and towns that are featured. So I just wanted to make sure I pointed that out to you as the way in which you can personalize your website. And now I'd like to point out the Remax Resource Marketing Guide. This is the second part of our agenda. And what the marketing guide does is it basically takes you through page by page of links to places you might want to find folders. And those folders will include just about everything you might want to see. And this is an example of the full marketing guide. So when I start at the beginning, more than just a picture, here's your table of content. It gives branding, shows you how to stay connected, and it's very updated. You've got the COVID hub here, you can review social channels, etc. And I'm going to concentrate on the agent tools today. So as you can see, you're going to be able to utilize this as kind of like a shortcut guide. It gives you all the directions you need to use the Max Center, and when you click into any of these big red buttons, it actually takes you to the page you need. So you don't have to go searching in Max Center or anywhere else and say, oh, I can't find the folder, I'm not sure where I'm supposed to click. This is a shortcut guide that gives you these direct links to those places. Now, for instance, if you were having some trouble maybe importing contacts or something like that to your Bouge CRM, you would simply use this document, open it up, click submit a ticket, and it brings you directly to the support page where you then can go in and submit a request for whatever it is you need help with. So that is why this guide is so special because it bypasses all your searching. Here is the marketing portal. It also shows you where you could go if you were going the longer route so that you can learn how to get there directly yourself. And it's very helpful because you want to be able to find things on your own, but whether it's just you're just learning, you're just getting familiar, or you've just joined us, you want to have this guide that takes you directly. But it is great that we offer this absolute direction. So you would say, okay, if I have to go there again and I don't have my guide in my computer or I can't find it, I go to Max Center, I click on the marketing portal, it'll take me to remaxmarketing.com where I can click on logos and find ad campaign files. We have the greatest ability, and this is a free opportunity for you to make commercials about yourself, about your listings, and other marketing features. It's called remaxhustle.com. And again, it's all on the same page, and I'm going to show you this live. But this is where you could click to take you right through where you could create custom commercials that are already designed, that you can customize if you like the topics. This is where you could click through and create a customized listing video for one property, and then it would build this business card of yourself at the end. We also have up-to-date, we are here for you, customized COVID videos. And I am going to take you to Remax Hustle now so that you can see for yourself all of the things that you can do on this page. So as you can see, remaxhustle.com is simply a website of its own. It does not require a password. You don't have to go into Max Center to get there, although you can. And yes, you do have the links on the resource guide as I just showed you. But when you get here, here are the three things I mentioned. Here's the community response video. Here's the listing video. Here are the customized commercials. Here is the tools of a Remax agent commercial. If you watch stream TV like Hulu or Prime Video, you probably saw some Remax commercials, mostly in the spring, I think. And they were quite comical, they were very effective, and they reached a huge audience. Well, not only did the company get those marketing commercials out there for the Remax brand, they went and built this website, remaxhustle.com, so you could create custom videos of yourself. And when then posted on social media or emailed or sent as a link to others, you really mimic the commercials that are on television. And that subliminal connection really brings some power to your advertising. Also here, you can do what's called a hustle graphic and create digital welcome mats. So I'm going to show you first how to create a commercial about yourself. And the steps are very simple. They will, if you do click into a how-to guide, but you're simply going to fill in the business card by choosing what you want to fill in, your name, your office, your title, your email, and your website. Now you can see over here on the right that it filled in a business card, but the business card is lacking a photo. So it's going to ask me to upload a headshot. And I go to my computer and I find a headshot of myself. I can adjust it so it fits. And as you see, it populated into the picture in the background of the room, as well as up here now on this completed business card. And now it comes down to the fun stuff. I want to choose out of these 19 value adds, 3 at a time for each commercial. And then the others I will use for different commercials so that I can get a whole variety out of this one tool. Now, I would say, given the circumstances, and most of us are selling via virtually, you might want to say, I want to let my clients know that we can do virtual 3D home tours. So I'm going to click that. And maybe I want to let them know that I take advantage of paperless transactions, and we can close their transaction and complete documents via DocuSign, etc. And let's see, I might say I also want them to know that I go the extra mile with the finishing touches. Once I've chosen 3, the others will gray out, and we will then go ahead and choose some background music for our commercial. And I'm making sure that I'm sharing my computer sound with you. When I hit create video, it just takes about, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds, less than a minute usually. And what you're going to see when this populates is that the video is 15 seconds long. And that's on purpose, because that's about the attention span we get out of our consumers these days. Now, as you can see right here, you can immediately download this video. You can make it your Facebook cover video. You can copy the link to send it anywhere you want. You can post it to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and you can email it. So just take a look at this 15-second video and imagine how powerful this would be if you did a different video every other day, at least twice a week, and then throw that up in different videos in a variety of places, whether you email it to some contacts, whether you post it on some of your social media, whatever the case may be, you can really spread the word via these video tools. Now, isn't that cool? So that was just the one video example that I made after clicking in through the Remax Hustle homepage, and I chose the tools of a Remax agent. These other 3 are all filled out the same way. Again, the customized commercial will give you some pre-recorded topics that you can add your name, face, and contact information to. This particular one will allow you to create a video about a property, and that would be really fun when you get a new listing. And this one is really heartfelt, letting people simply know that you're there for them during this worldwide crisis. But I want to show you these other 2 tools as well. They're a little more simple, but they're very effective. So I'm going to start by showing you how to build this digital welcome mat. And as you can see, some of them are specifically themed. This would be holiday, but they don't have to just be used for welcome home. Now, you might say, and I like the idea of perhaps sending this to someone who just closed on a property with you. You created this welcome home mat, and you sent it to them while they were passing papers. And by the time they got to their car, they had a nice little welcome mat personalized to them in their email. But I like to now use the example of the fact that we're all at home a lot more. And it's been a challenge for us all. You might want to create one that just simply says, instead of a sales communication, it's more just about a relationship communication. So you might choose a warm welcome home and fill in the homeowner's name. As you can see, it's populating on the welcome mat, your name, and your office. As it populated up here, and within a second or two, you're going to see it downloading right over here on the left into my computer. And when I open it, there it is. It's simply a warm welcome home from you to them. It's got the Remax brand, and you can use this digital image and maybe post it on social media and just say to all my clients out there, I just want to let you know I'm thinking about you while we're all at home together. Or you could email it, other things to you, whatever your choices are. So now we go back to the home page, and the last thing I want to show you on Remax Hustle is how to create a hustle graphic. This is more of a fun piece that is available to be printed or posted whatever way you want. But what it does is it gives a quick bio of you in a visual form. It's colorful, and it's really nice to maybe attach to a property brochure or your resume. So you can fill out any of these questions. How many homes did you sell in the last 12 months? How many people did you help purchase? Did you perhaps work in luxury? And what you're seeing is these answers to the questions turn into visual answers. How many neighborhoods have you worked in? How many years of experience do you have? Now, how many open houses did you host? Under the circumstances where we stopped going into people's homes for a while, you might just want to skip that question. So if there's something that doesn't work in your favor, you can just skip it. What's your favorite song to hustle to? Have some fun with it. How many miles have you driven in your car this year? Well, as a trainer, I'm all over the place, so I'd have to put in a whole bunch. How many lunches did you eat in your car? Sometimes you can get comical with this, and it brings people closer to you. Now, how many miracle home properties have you sold? If you do belong to the Miracle Home Children's Hospital Network, which you do by choosing to donate $25 per transaction to that charity, you can become a Miracle Home agent. And if that's what you have done, you want to make sure you let people know, because there will be a demographic out there that chooses to work with people that give back to the community versus somebody that might not highlight that. So if you have somebody that's on the fence and they see that you're a Miracle Home agent and you've sold Miracle Home properties and their house could have that designation, they might just choose you instead. What is your favorite open house treat? Again, you can get candid, and let's skip the coffee question. So now that I've done that, I've got this very pretty visual, really fun and colorful, and I just fill in again the simplest of information about myself. And I build my hustle graphic. There you have it. And you can save the image as a JPEG or a PNG. You open it, and just like the welcome mat, you could print this, you could post it, you could have email it, and create some language around it to really highlight it and bring people into your corner, stay lively in the top of their minds. So that's remaxhustle.com. And I love that tool, which is one of the reasons I spent a little bit of time on it there, because I really believe as part of the marketing guide, it's one of our best features. So I just went through Remax Hustle, and now I want to talk to you for 1 minute about Design Center automation. You get into Design Center, as you can see, Max Center, and then search for automation. And in case you weren't aware, every listing that you put in MLS as a Remax agent will automatically trigger a marketing package to you. And by doing that, you will get several pieces of marketing materials that you can utilize about that listing, and the pictures from the MLS and the text from the MLS that you entered will be pulled into these marketing pieces and emailed you overnight. When you get the package, you simply can open it and decide what pieces you'd like to use. Most of them are all free. I think the only cost that could come into play is if you needed a source to print and mail something out. You'd, of course, pay for postage. But most of this stuff can be sent digitally for free. And you will actually get packages when you list the property. You'll get another package if you enter a price reduction in MLS. The trigger will again produce another set of marketing materials showing that reduction. If you put an open house scheduled, then you'll get that so that you can advertise it. And after the property is listed as sold, you'll be able to get those marketing pieces sent to you automatically as well. That is the reason it's called Design Center Automation. It's automatic. As long as you're putting things in MLS, you will be getting packages for each of these 4 occurrences. There's many other things within Design Center, which is a tool builder, a marketing tool builder that you can create on your own. And that is something I highly suggest you look at inside Max Center via the automation search. Now, currently, First app is new to Remax. We do own it, and we're currently offering it to you free for 3 months, which is definitely enough time to decide if it's working for you, and then you make your own decision if you want to invest. It comes down to about $39 a month if you choose to book it for the year, but I highly suggest you take advantage of the 3 months for free. Basically what it is, it's a mobile app. It syncs with all your contacts, and you can send a CSV file, which is basically an Excel spreadsheet, to the first, and they will import all your contacts into this app for you. Now, the difference between this first app and a CRM is that a typical CRM is basically passive marketing to people in your sphere. What First does instead is it evaluates all the people in your database over about 700 different data points, and it will pull forward for you those people who demographically are most likely to engage in real estate this year. So you may have people buried in your database and you have no idea that they're about to pull the trigger. But this app is going to examine how long they've been in their house. Are they likely to maybe be starting a family? Are they renters? Whatever the case may be. And it's not just those obvious ones. Again, it's over 700 different demographic data points that helps the First app conclude who are the most likely people you already have in your list most likely to sell. And it will send you a list and identify those people to you via a star rating. People will have 3 stars if they're going to be the most likely to act right away, 2 stars if they're right behind that group, and 1 star if they're not quite there, but definitely on the back end of coming up the pipeline. So you might have 1,000 people in your database and only 100 are going to come up with stars. But out of that 100, one stat I do have is an agent who was really mostly working by referrals, didn't really feel they needed much more of a push because they were very busy, doing fairly well. But we asked, would you please try this First app, follow the directions. And the thing that First is asking you to do is not passively market to the people on your list. Those people that are starred, especially the 3 stars, need to be spoken to conversationally. So it's going to tell you who to call. And the recommendation will be that you call at least 5 or 6 people a day on that list and speak to them for only 5 minutes. And by doing so, what you're trying to do is book an appointment. And you can simply start by saying, I was thinking about you during this difficult time, and I just wanted to make sure you knew that I was there to help you if there was anything you needed. And then let the client tell you that, oh my gosh, it's funny you called, we're thinking of selling. So this agent I was mentioning did this, and out of the 3-month trial, was able to book 18 coffee meetings and close 5 transactions that he would not have even known were available to him had he not utilized this app. So again, when you are on the resource guide, you can, or in Max Center, you can watch a video that'll give you more detail. And it'll show you that after you make that conversation happen, the first app will prompt you to say, okay, now book your next appointment. And then after the next appointment, it'll say, okay, now here's your next task. And the important thing to do is utilize the app daily, follow the instruction, and watch the results. And again, after 3 months, you decide if it's helped you and you believe that you are going to do more business by utilizing the app than if you wouldn't, and then you can continue the product. And the most exciting new app we have here at Remax came out at, it couldn't have been a better time, and this is what Remax does for you, is they make sure you are up to date regardless of the circumstances. And we all know that the COVID crisis came on us very quickly, and it was very difficult to manage our way in the beginning when things were changing so rapidly. But Remax wasted no time in making sure that you could continue to proceed with your business in a very profitable way. And they sought out, how do we do business virtually? I actually have a class developed that I teach, and it talks about how to sell a home or buy a home completely virtually, socially distanced, etc. So the Remax 360 tours are going to be in Max Center, and you're going to be able to follow this best practice guide that's recommended. And this is the basic few steps. You basically capture 360 photos using the best practice guide. Now, there are a few 360 cameras that are recommended by the company at different price points, and those work beautifully, but you also can use any of the higher end mobile phones, like I think it's about an iPhone 8 or above, which you would then get an inexpensive little attachment kit. And that will just help you to stabilize the phone so that when you're taking those photos, again in an empty house that's clean, excuse me, you would then utilize that to take the photos, and the directions would show you how to do that in the best way. Then you upload those images to the company platform and let them do the rest. Within 24 hours, you would then receive 2 versions that are linked to your completed 360 home tour, a 3D model of the home with floor plans that have measurements. You would get a branded version to share and an unbranded version so that it would be MLS compliant. There is a version for the USA as well as Canada. And it is important, it says, to watch the 2-minute best practices guide. And that's going to explain in really good detail how to optimize the 360 tours. And you're going to really enjoy using this product. And I want to see, I do believe I opened a page that's going to show you that. Yes, here is a video of the 360s. It's very brief, just about a minute or so, and I wanted to show you this so that you could get a really good idea of what it looks like live.
Welcome to iSpy Live, the evolution of iSpy 360. A milestone in design and technology, a world first, combining 360 virtual tours and video chat to make what you already do better, faster, and more productive. iSpy Live is convenient. Customers can view properties in real time and instantly request an iSpy Live viewing. Engage with your customers at their convenience. Whenever, wherever they are, a revolution in lead generation. iSpy Live is cross-platform. Tours can take place on any mobile, tablet or computer, in any location. iSpy Live is user-friendly. It's simple. Nothing to download, nothing complicated. Just click and go. iSpy Live is information-rich. The feature-rich platform allows for a whole host of consumer-focused tools. Embed content such as Google Street View, photos and documents. iSpy Live is immediate and social. Want to be proactive? Simply send an iSpy Live link to one or many existing customers. Invite multiple customers to your tour. Every house can be an open house without having to open the door. iSpy Live saves time and money. No more wasted journeys or viewings. Home in on qualified leads. Speed up the decision-making process. iSpy Live. Say hello to the future.
So that is, like I said, one of my favorite features of our tools. And this is a picture of the startup guide, as I mentioned, that you would download at this link. And it shows you, again, how simple it can be. In a matter of 5 steps, you're going to have the package in your hands, and it will look like the video you just reviewed. I also wanted to show you what the 3D home models look like. So I'm clicking into that link. And this is more just a visual, but I think it's really nice. It gives you a chance to see how the 3D home model would appear as part of that package. And while you're viewing that, I'll mention that Remax has negotiated a fantastic discount on this program. It is $14.99 per month per user. And then that is for unlimited tours. If you had 50 tours that you needed to, or 50 listings that you needed to showcase with these tours, it's all included in the $14.99 base subscription. And then per tour, it's a $10 charge. And that is for the processing of 10 photos that turn into those 3 products. The 360 home tour, this 3D home model, the floor plans with measurements. And 10 is usually plenty of photos. So again, it would be $10 for the entire package. If you wanted more than 10 photos, it would be $1 per picture. And so maybe there might be a couple of your listings that you feel would be best represented if they had 12 photos or 14 photos. Hence, that means that particular tour would be $12 or $14. But it's a very nominal charge for something that's utterly fantastic and highly recommended during this time when we're selling and buying homes mostly virtually. So I hope that you've enjoyed learning about Remax 360, because again, I truly believe it's one of our most powerful tools during this time and beyond. If I were still in the field as an agent, I would certainly be jumping on this, because it will certainly show a lot of power and help sellers realize that they can feel at ease knowing they're getting tons of showings even though they're not having people in their homes. And then after, when we are able to go back into a more personalized walkthrough process, you will be weeding out clients that really won't have any interest in the property because they're going to see room sizes. They're not going to walk in and say, oh, I thought this room would be bigger, because they're going to have a really good picture of the sizes of the rooms via this tool. And as usual, there's always support for all of our tools, and you would go there via the Max Center link to support. And also, don't forget, Remax University has webinars, including today's, all recorded with guides and how-to videos on all of our learning tracks, etc. And again, I want to thank you for joining me today. It's been a nice hour to spend with you. I hope you got a lot out of the presentation. And please remember that if you want to view this again, or if there's somebody in your office that wanted to attend and wasn't able to, this has been recorded. It will be posted on Remax University and the Remax INTEGRA YouTube channel, hopefully by tomorrow, but 48 hours is about the max before you'll see it show up. So I wish you all a wonderful day, and I hope to see you soon in a live classroom, whenever that time comes. And I wish you all the best of health. Have a wonderful day.